Many consider him to be America's greatest inventor, Thomas Edison. He developed the phonograph, the motion picture camera, and of course the light bulb. But did you know he also came up with the idea for a circuit breaker in the late 1800s? Nearly 140 years later, we're still using them in our homes and businesses. A Charlotte company has invented and is about to launch a whole new kind of circuit breaker, designed to be smarter, faster, and most importantly, safer. Carolina Impact's Suzette Rhee has more.
In the world of electricity and channeling electrical energy, an arc flash explosion can be dangerous and deadly. Its impact can be disastrous for a company, a building, and of course people. Such fires have occurred for generations.
Whether it's in steel or mechanics or safeties have been innovated into, their processes and their stuff to where you don't, have accidents like you used to 100 years ago. But the same problems you had 100 years ago in electricity are still problems today.
Ryan Kennedy wanted to tackle that problem. Years ago, when Kennedy worked as an electrician, he saw an arc flash explosion. A native Charlottean, he pursued an engineering degree at UNC Charlotte. He was determined to find a way to prevent those explosions with a new kind of circuit breaker.
If you could switch fast enough, you could get rid of the explosion.
Kennedy says this will prevent those fires and so much more. He's the CEO of Atom Power, his company that will launch the new circuit breaker called the Atom Switch, which has been going through the rigorous UL testing and certification process. After almost 2 years of scrutiny, it's close to getting final approval and could be a game changer in the world of power distribution.
This is the first ever. The whole entire world, this has never been done before to this level. It's the fastest circuit breaker we know of in the world, and it's come out of Charlotte.
Kennedy built his first prototype in 2004, but says he had to wait for advancements in technology like more powerful computers. He also assembled a team to take this idea and innovation to a whole new level.
Creating a solid-state circuit breaker is equivalent in the electrical engineering world of creating a fusion reactor in the physics world.
There's a lot of pride amongst the team here. Who knew a commercial electrical box could be so sleek, modern, and millennial-esque?
For me, this was something where I get to design it, build it, prototype it, test it, and then even injection mold it afterwards.
As the project lead, Taylor Santor, also a UNC Charlotte graduate, has spent countless hours helping to develop the Atom Switch.
Technology being the first of its kind. So you get ground floor level entry right into a brand new product. For a mechanical engineer, it's pretty exciting.
The team works in an office in Charlotte's University City area. The engineers here will tell you this device is not a singular answer to preventing arc fires, but
it's the difference in a rotary phone and a smartphone. It really is.
I also asked him how he would explain what he does to someone who doesn't know much about electricity.
I would say that we design things that distribute electricity safe and really smart. The power has to get to the lights, gets to the receptacles from somewhere. And that somewhere is where we're at, and we're making it really safe.
There is interest in the Atom Switch and the Atom Control Panel from all over the country. In fact, there is a pending pilot program with Lockheed Martin in Washington, D.C. But Atom Power is very much homegrown here in the Carolinas and in Charlotte. And it is hoped that the first commercial project will be right here in the city.
We need help from the companies in Charlotte to help us pilot our products, to help try to see where we can integrate into our own community. We need that help. What we want to do is we want to demonstrate a product for them and show the compelling case for what the future of power distribution looks like for them, but then also to where they can show what they're doing with companies like ours to go way beyond where anyone else is today.
So far, Atom Power has already received strong support from serious investors. But once this gets certified, the company is ready for production. And that too will happen in Charlotte. And lots of folks who follow the industry have taken notice.
We could easily go to the West Coast. We could easily find pilots on the West Coast. No problem there.
But Kennedy and his team are Charlotteans. There is hometown pride and connection here. They also believe the Queen City is well suited to electrical innovation.
Especially in industries like hospitals and product distribution, where there's frequent maintenance or upgrades to their existing distribution or infrastructure. We want to be able to say, look at this alternative to, say, a motor control center. 1/4 the size, 1/2 the cost, and arc flash and blowing stuff up is gone.
So the team keeps working on its goal, testing and retesting, checking and rechecking. It appears this Charlotte company is about to launch into a new era of power distribution, channeling electricity in the new age of smart technology.
Suzette Reed joins us now. And how exciting, Suzette. Welcome to our PBS Charlotte team. We're glad to have you.
Happy to be here. Thank you.
And what an amazing story. I love it when Charlotte's own do something incredible. And while this is awfully early, it does seem like it could be incredibly impactful to the industry.
That is their hope. You know, this has been in incubation for years. It is happening right here in Charlotte. They're in the final stages of their UL listing certification, which is an exhaustive process. Basically, scientists are in there saying, will it rise up to this occasion, that occasion, all the safety protocols. But they are hoping that they're in the final weeks, maybe less than that, of really making it happen.
And, let's talk a little bit. We talked about it being used for commercial use. Any plans for it to be used in residential?
Well, I will tell you, because this is about moving electricity, yes. I mean, there are people in the boating industry. There are people in the, who are building planes that are interested. So I think that Atom Power will move in that direction. But right now, they're interested in the commercial building space. So that's where it will begin. And then ultimately, I think it will go in different directions, because this is truly, an epoch moment in the delivery of electricity.
Unbelievable. And probably that commercial use, they need to generate some revenue, I'm sure, to continue to expand and grow the product.
Absolutely. It's a long time to sustain themselves on investors alone, but they have a lot of people who really believe in what they do and the millions of dollars it takes to make this happen. But they're hoping soon it will happen.
And will that soon, just as a Queen City resident, chances are it might happen right here in the Queen City for its first use?
Well, that is the hope. That is what Atom Power as a company and the staff, that's what they want to happen. But I will tell you that, it takes a progressive mindset, and that kind of pervasive progressive mindset are more intuitive perhaps in other parts of the country, because there are companies in other parts of the country that have come knocking, and Atom Power is trying to make it happen right here in the Carolinas first.
What a great business story. Suzette Reed, we appreciate your information.
Thank you.